Ooh, and John's got the old rock, paper, scissors, rock, lobster, paper, tiger, scissors, lizard for the who goes first. Kind of the best way to go about it. Kind of the best way. I believe Allie's just clearing that things are fine over there. Yeah, are we Gucci? Are we Gucci? We're good. The paper tiger versus the rock lobster. Or no, is it the rock lobster? That looks like rock lobster to me. I don't think it's, yeah, this is literally it's like an iguana. Looks like our left player is revealing the old Juicy J. Juicy Gigantha. I did miss who revealed what, though, so I don't know who's running first. Yeah, it's got a handshake in there. Let's go. Let's go. Nice. You can even see a little bit of John's hand that was on the right. So John's going first. Going the old Scalding Tarn. Old Scalding Tarn. He does not have a companion. So CJ on the left. He's... could be on Tron, could be on Prowess, the old Slickshot Show-Off. Looks like John's going to fetch shotgun at 17. Really aggressive. I would like to see a Thoughtseize here so we can see what CJ is up to. Because he's up to something. Certainly up to something. Look, anyone revealing a companion is up to something. Oh, thanks. Well, we know what we know what decks we got now. So, you know, I'm going to reveal these again. I'm going to not read from file. I'm going to change top right. John is on Grixis pile. Grixis pile. Looks like CJ's on Boros Convoke. Look at those free spells go. Top left, do not read from file. CJ. Boros. Convoke. Look at that. Well, here comes the goblins. The old one mana make 3 1/1 goblins. A pauper special. Blending its way into modern here. John goes preordained pass on his first turn into the island. Look, even modern plays 3 1/1 goblins. But CJ's out here playing Ornithopters and Memnites to get those goblins online. And with 4 creatures in play, he's going to fetch the Arid Mesa. Maybe we're going to see a Knight Captain of Eos, or maybe even the Loxodon thing. the Loxodon guy that you saw your guys supposed to one. First creature that convoked it. It's not just a lord. It only lords the things that you convoke, but it does lord them permanently. I also like that CJ is using the Ravnica basics, because Convoke feels such a Ravnica mechanic to me. All right, yeah, here comes the Novice Inspector. This is just Thraber. John's going to have to read new Thraber Inspector, Thraber Inspector 2. Yeah, that makes a clue. And then second card. Yeah, John's probably going to want to counter this one. The old Warden of the Inner Sky. Very scary with this board, let me tell you. Can tap creatures and artifacts to scry one and put a counter on that creature. There's Drown the Lock, though. Drown the Lock certainly deals with that. I think you're pretty... I guess the hard part about Convoke... John's also sitting on Counterspell. Yeah, there's Counterspell, yeah. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. Put that thing in the trash. So, I mean, CJ's going to get in for 4 damage. Because the fun thing is that the big Convoke payoffs are all, I believe, at 5 mana. So CJ could have very easily just, tapped all his guys and played a big dude after John was forced to tap out for the counter. But, 5 1/1s might just be enough to win the game. Because, I mean, this is... John's already at 13. 3 more turns, and if John doesn't do something here, the game's over. I did see that he was looking at a Reckless Bushwhacker in play. Very tempting to put John down to essentially 1. Bushwhacker plus, I think it's another Novice Inspector. I think, given that you've seen Counterspell, I think CJ going for the Bushwhacker might be a spew here. He really needs to think. Yeah, I think he's got to sandbag a little bit. I would think I would just swing out. All right. He's going to Convoke. Okay, it's a Loxodon. The Loxodon Buffer. The Loxodon Convoker. I don't know what the name of this card is, actually. It's the Loxodon Convoker. And John cannot drown the lock that card, which maybe was a reason to play drown last turn instead of Counterspell. A Venerated Loxodon. Thank you, Cody. Thank you. That is Venerated Loxodon. I'm gonna Subtlety pitching the old Vendilion Click. CJ's like, yeah, I'll just put that on top, I guess. And I'll smack you for 1. Oh, Bowman. The Bowman blowout right here. For a little shoot your guy. Orcish Bowmaster looking very, very strong here. CJ's going to draw a card. Before the Bowmaster comes in, yeah, because he wants his card, he doesn't want to. that Rock Lobster is certainly an Orc army, I swear. Certainly an Orc army. So things looking a little bit worse now for old CJ. Hidden for 1 whole damage. John has no intention of blocking with his Orcish Bowmaster. It's far too valuable. Well, we draw a card that everyone knows about because it got Subtlety back to the top of... Or actually, no. CJ already drew that card. He drew it off of the Clue. So this third card is a mystery card. It could be anything. It could even be a boat. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see another just... I think CJ may have actually drawn Thrift Inspector here. Yeah, there's the Inspector. I was just telling Darius that even Modern makes 3/1/1 goblins.
That's Pauper playable.
Yeah, this is almost a Pauper deck. Bushwhacker.
What's happening here?
What is this?
Just incredible.
Yeah, there's the Bushwhacker. Very sad to get countered. Yeah, CJ throws it in the discard pile.
8 Spectre. It's everywhere.
Yeah, and then gonna Convoke the old Loxodon. I think John says that one's okay. So, I feel like they could... there's a universe where they downshift Venerated Loxodon to common, right?
Which card?
Venerated Loxodon. It's a 5-mana 4/4 that has Convoke.
Oh, yeah.
And it gives a 1/1 counter to each creature that convoked it when it ETBs.
No way. That's a...
So now CJ's staring at 3 2/2 goblins and 2 2/3 detectives.
I think that would be a green card. Green card?
It's white.
It's a white?
It's a white card. Maybe that's too strong because I mean Boros Synth is already like a pretty strong deck, and
that's why
when
I saw
you're like, oh yeah, that sounds great.
I was like, wait, what's happening here?
Yeah, hold up.
I thought this was mod.
Yeah.
Or Glare. That's like sweet.
Yeah, looks good. Nice. Thanks, Kobe. All right, well, John's running out of cards here. Drawing a lot of lands. Going to sit back with his Bowmaster and his army. A couple of 1/1s don't look too great against this squad of 2 damage attackers. Plus the 4/4. Can't forget about the old Loxodon. That card is no slouch. No slouch, yeah. CJ just came out of the gate really hard, and we can tell these permanents are just like hang around and play. And John's having a hard time recovering. Another Loxodon? Oh, no, a Knight Captain of Eos. This is another Convoker. Yeah, John's got to read this card now, too. John's what we call an old-school Magic player. He's got to read some cards. Yeah, he's going to counterspell that one. I think CJ says allowed. Checks out. And then attack in for 6. What's it going to be? Chump Chump? Double block on the 2/2? Ooh, John goes under 11. I don't know if fetching here. I mean, I guess thinning towards... I mean, look. John called his own deck Grixis Pile. Whether he's playing Damnation or not, I don't know. So we're going to get the old Surveil. I believe that's the Undercity Sewers or something. But what I do know is that it's a blue-black Surveil land. A blue-black Surveil land. And so John's going to go look for an answer. This might be a concession. Yeah, mill that counterspell. Now he's going to figure out what he wants to block. He's just going to chump the 4/4 and take 2 damage. Staring down 14 damage to the side. That's a land. Cycle, baby. What for 2 mana is John playing Echoing Decay? Fatal Push. Fatal Push does not keep you alive here. I guess it could keep you alive, because I mean, there's been a couple turns that CJ's been just convoking. He hasn't actually been attacking a whole lot. But I think now's the time for CJ just to like turn everything sideways. Here comes the case of the something train. Yes, if he attacks with 3 or more creatures, I believe, then it solves the case. And then all creatures get +1/+0 after it's solved, which happens at the end of the turn. But that is enough to reduce John's life total to 0. And now we're going to move on to game 2. Alright, now John's got a second hand. Is it good enough to keep? That is the question. And here comes... Here comes his Rainforest. Fetched out of 19. Will we see another turn 1 preordain? Go digging for those answers. Is it right on top of your deck there, John? No, it's in the middle there. And there's the just swamp. Wait, you can't get that land from that fetch, Judge. You fetch with Misty Rainforest for a Thoughtseize? Well, it's too late now. I certainly could not run over there fast enough. But that is neither a forest nor an island. There's Cool with the Rebirth. It certainly makes. Remember these lists when you play Modern. Look, I don't know, Ryan. You know, maybe it's the thrill of the camera. You know, you know how they say the camera adds 10 pounds. The camera also adds 10 jank cards. You know, I'm gonna let him know about the mistake. I'm gonna go bug him. Alright, everybody, we've saved Modern. We saved Modern. That is neither an island nor a forest. That was a basic swamp. You cannot pick that off of Misty Rainforest. Watery Grave Shotgun is certainly a legal target. Certainly a legal target. My collection was imploding and I saved it. That's right. What was I saying? Yeah, the camera adds 10 jank cards to your deck. Takes Memnite. Very interesting. I guess it slows down CJ the most by taking Memnite here, because now he just goes like, what, land, Threadwood Inspector? Boros Convoke and Mono has got to be so much fun. Hell yeah. Look at this deck. Look at this deck. Yeah, so CJ having a bit of a slow start here. Just plays Thread Inspector. Just here's the clue. Pass. Here's my 1-2 make a clue pass. Here's second land for John. John's gonna go fetch a forest off of this off of this land. I guess he's a Grixis pod. He's gonna fetch a mountain. He better not fetch a mountain. Yeah, let's go. I mean, he did technically get a mountain. Honestly, yes. I think every modern deck, once you finish kind of your main deck sideboard, you gotta take a step back and you gotta think like, you know, is this or how close is this to a Giganta deck? And if it's pretty close, then you really got to evaluate whether those double pip cards are worth it. There's another Thoughtseize. We saw that John has a pretty spicy Bowmasters on top. John's got to reread this case again. These standard legal cards. Yeah, reread it. Give it another go. Takes Clue of the Rebirth. Doesn't want to turn that clue into 3/1/1s. Would rather CJ just play it very honestly. And I mean, also makes it so the case is that much harder to solve now because, I mean, CJ only has one more creature in hand. And that case, I believe, needs 3 creatures to solve itself. Get all solve-a-reno. There's Inspiring Vantage, I believe. Is that just... Alright, yeah, Inspiring Vantage. CJ's going to think for a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, get in the red zone. I mean, John's already down to 11. CJ is gonna, in fact, crack a clue. Just land, crack a clue, pass. I think I would like to see Thraven Inspector there. Maybe it's not a great use of his mana, but I guess now on this tree you can go land, Thraven Inspector, crack the clue that it makes. So it doesn't have a follow-up. Or you can go like Thraven Inspector case. Alright, here's another Thravy baby. Another clue. Now, CJ doesn't know that John's sitting on the old Orcish Bowman. Come in for 1 damage. John accepts. Not gonna flash the Bowman prematurely. Just gonna take it easy. Take it easy. And yeah, CJ's gonna pass because he's gonna just crack the clue on John's end step, and we'll see if he gets burnt by the Bowmasters. Oh, decides not to crack clue. Very interesting. So I think CJ is in fact playing on Bowmasters. Knows that it's a really annoying card to deal with. So, but I think if John's Bowmasters in hand just has the text your opponent, you know, if Bowmasters is just the Stony Silence that hangs out in your hand, that might just be fine. All right, if it just sits in your hand and all it is as long, you know, if you change the text of Bowmasters and it just said, as long as this is in your hand, your opponent can't draw an additional card. You know, can't draw a card outside of their draw step. I think that's a pretty good card. All right, that's what it actually said. I think that's a pretty strong effect. Just be like, this is in my hand, you can't draw extra cards. You know, as long as you keep 2 mana up, your opponent can't draw extra cards. So I expect here, CJ is about to convoke something out because he attacked with exactly 1 Thraven Inspector. And here comes, and he has 4 mana plus the 5th from the Convoke on the Inspector, so just pass? Attack with 1 Inspector, pass. That's it. Wow, CJ's playing this very patiently. He's just chilling. He's like, yeah, okay, go, John. I got a 9 turn. I got a somewhere between 5 and 9 turn clock in play. I don't recognize that card. Oh, and there's the clue, and here comes the Bowmaster. Does CJ have an answer? Nope. I'm gonna shoot this Thraven Inspector. Gonna draw, I'm gonna shoot it again. Go bye. Bye-bye. Alright, well. Now what? I think CJ is staring at a bunch of Convoke cards and nothing to Convoke with. Rock. Rock lobster, it's rock. Now here comes the case. Ah, right, because when I forgot that the case is ETB, that you deal damage to a creature equal number of creatures you control. So CJ's like, well, I have one creature, I'll deal 1 damage to your 1/1. And then pass? Alright. Wow, CJ's I I don't want to be too harsh here, but CJ's hand must fucking suck right now. It must be so bad. Alright, just draw go. Draw go. Here comes another land for CJ. I think when it comes to Boros Convoke, this is far too many lands that you have to see. Well, there's Memnite. It's free real estate. And yeah, he's staring at a Venerated Loxodon and a Knight Captain of Eos. Which one will he play? I think CJ's pretty confident that he's going to get countered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could be either one of his Convoke creatures. They're both 5 mana. And here comes the Loxodon. And here comes Cryptic Command. Remember Cryptic Command, everybody? Remember when this was a playable Modern card? Counter, draw card. Very strong effect. This is, I mean, Cryptic is the reason why Wizards doesn't print cards that have counter target spell, draw a card on them very often, because it's such a strong effect. Right? I mean, it's also why you don't see them printing Doomblade plus draw a card on the same card, right? It's not just like, here's 2 mana, kill your guy, draw a card. It's just, there's a lot of effects in Magic where if you see people draw a card onto them, they get so much, just insanely good. Just like unbelievably good. Right? There's very, very few kill thing, draw a card, or counter thing, draw a card. You say a little water, and we meant it. No, dude, you're done. It's funny because it's actually Cryptic is the one that can't really be countered. All right, talking about the lines, try to figure out how cards work. For 1 mana, John's going to Thoughtseize again. Going down to 7. Would you like a Knight Captain or an Arid Mesa? Trick question. You can't take the Arid Mesa. All right, CJ's certainly drawn way too many cards this game, and way too many lands specifically. There's the swamp. For real this time. There's the swamp for real this time. And here goes Molten Collapse. You're going to destroy an artifact, being that clue, and a Third Inspector, being that creature. So John doing double duty here by stifling CJ's card draw while also stopping this case from being solved. Ooh, that's a pretty good one. The old something demolition. Last card left in hand. He can trade this. He can turn this Memnite into 3 goblins if he wants. Gonna buy Juicy J. I think he still turned the Memnite into 3 1/1s. He's gonna fetch down to 17. No big deal. No big deal. Put in the tapped Sacred Foundry. Got to, keep thin that deck. Get that deck nice and thin. And yeah, here's the Gleeful Demolition on the old Memnite. I like to turn this into, I like to trade a 1/1 for 3 1/1s. It's a pretty good deal. I make that deal every time. And Last card, I don't actually know what his last card is. Did I know at one point? Well, John's sitting on Subtlety and a 2/2 holding down the fort. Because that's a land in hand. Does John sandbag this land? Also, what is the main land that John has? I don't recognize that art. I'm just going to go to Scryfall. Do the old advanced Scryfall search. We're going to go type land, text, creature, end of turn. I believe it has a blue and a black in its text box. He's booting it up. He's blocking. Is it Restless Reef? The new one? It is Restless Reef, the new one. This is the new blue-black land. It becomes a 4/4 black shark creature with Death Touch. Whenever it attacks, target player mills 4. It's a 4/4 shark with Death Touch that mills 4 sometimes. Alright, case is solved. CJ trading off 2 creatures to solve that case. John going down to 4 because of that. Fetching is going to do some surveilling. Is the answer on top of the deck, John? That's a Fatal Push. Is Fatal Push good enough? I mean, it doesn't kill Gigantha. And Gigantha's the problem right now. He's gonna keep it. I guess, I mean, I guess his land deals with Gigantha, so he can block a Goblin, block a Gigantha, kill the Goblin, or Goblin trades, Fatal Push the Ornithopter? Maybe he has to Fatal Push a Goblin. I mean, Ornithopter is like too... Ornithopter represents basically unblockable damage, but only 1 a turn. Goblins represent 2 damage, right? Because with the case solved, they all get +1/+0. John's gonna let CJ read this card. John's like, yeah, dude, read this. See that part that says Death Touch on it? CJ's like, yeah, you know, I'm just gonna try and kill you, I guess. So, yeah, boot up the Restless Reef. That has to block Gigantha. This has to block a Goblin. Now, what do you Fatal Push? Is it a Goblin or is it an Ornithopter? Because Lethal's still in play. Push the Ornithopter. So then John takes 2. Goes to Uno. It's got Death Touch. That card has Death Touch. Yeah, that goes in the graveyard. That goes in the graveyard. 2 damage. Bonk, bonk. Down to 1. 1 isn't dead. Just pass. CJ's got something in hand that he wants to save? Like what? Alright, here comes Preordain. Do some scrying. That is a Castle Vantress and an Orcish Bowmaster. Castle Vantress, not terrible. This Subtlety does block the Goblin. Yeah, passes back. Sitting on Bowmaster Subtlety. Bowmaster does just kill the Goblin. Shields are down now. Subtlety is not available. It's going to ping off that Goblin. Boop. Cladotha Rebirth and Gleeful Demolition. Certainly not cards you want to be seeing. 1 damage. Let's go. Playing around Goblin Bushwhacker, I guess. Playing around double Bushwhacker. Land pass. Oh, no, CJ. Victory slipping away. John gets to scry to the end of the turn. Likes both those cards. I think one was Fatal Push. And old John favorite Snapcaster Mage. You know, some cards never get old. Draw for CJ. There's another case. So he's drawing all the cards that don't impact the board. And with this Snapcaster Mage, I think CJ's going to have a hard time coming back into this. 3 damage. Or no, 2 damage. Just 2 damage a turn. Just 6 more turns of this. CJ finds, I believe, a very Loxodon. Is he just going to jam it? Yeah, dude, just play a 4-4. Just play a 5-mana 4-4. What's the worst that could happen? Do you subtlety this? Probably. Yeah, speed up your clock dramatically and deals with the threat. Put that slam down on the bottom. Oh, yeah. Ooh, and there's Counterspell. So, miraculously, John has come back from 1 life. 1 life. So I don't believe there's a single draw in CJ's deck. Well, here's Memnite. I guess you can let that resolve. It's fine. Although the Rebirth is a sacrifice effect, so, well, there's Counterspell. And you're dead. Oh, not yet, though. There's Turok. Turok is surely going to slam the door here. No kick Turok, just hold up, snap Counterspell. And what did CJ draw? Here's a kicked Bushwhacker. Let's go. Fatal Push. Yeah. Fatal Push, and that's it. Oh, CJ. Getting sniped from the jaws of defeat, huh? So both players went down to 6. I think going to 6 hurts CJ a little more than it hurts John. But it's probably not too bad either way, honestly. It's probably not the worst. And away we go. Hopefully both players find a good 6 here. Alright, well, CJ definitely has a mixture of spells and lands. This might be a keep. He's going to put back Bushwhacker, it looks like. Going to go for the keep the Knight Captain of Eos. But he's got the old turn 1, make 3 1/1s with the land Ornithopter thingamajig. Oh, our camera is frozen. Let's see if we can salvage this.
A few moments later.
Hey, there it is. Look at that. We're going to go transform. Fit to screen. There it is. All right, so it's been a second since our last update here, but look, we're back. It's fine. It's fine. So definitely a solution we'll have to work on in the future, but looks like John is once again at 1 life. I don't know how he's going to get this one with 3 lanes in play, though. Yeah, CJ came out of the gate running. But we're back. We never left. It's fine. Everything's fine. John was sitting at the last we saw John, no one had played any cards, and now we've seen John. He's sitting on. Bowmasters is pretty good here. So he's got no cards left in hand. He's got 3 clues though. Gonna pass. So Bowmaster might actually be enough to keep John in this game. They are in turns, however. Can CJ close the gate? The hard part is this Turok is pro-white. Yeah, CJ, I think is forced to just swing with the squad. Here comes the Bowman. Ping on the Goblin. Yeah, and now you can trade up with your army and the Goblin token. That goes there. Turok eats that one. That Inspector lives. So you're just left with a single Inspector and a bunch of clues. Play a Mem Knight. Lose a life. Draw a card. Draw a card. Turn 3. John Strant, Snapcaster Mage, Flame of Anor, mystery card. So, I mean, John's got another blocker. He can actually bring this to a draw, I think. Oh, there's Bushwhacker, though. Is that enough? A third lethal attacker? Kicked Bushwhacker. I can't see what John's last card there on the left there is. I think it's Thoughtseize. So Snapcaster doesn't do it. Snapcaster's not good enough anymore. A hasty attacker is all CJ needed, and there it is. The old Bushwhacker. And there it is, big handshake. CJ takes the match. He will be moving on to the 1-0 bracket. Some insanely close games of Boros Convoke versus, John was saying as lovingly Grixis pile. Yeah, so literally just need CJ to not get a hasty attacker there. But on turn 4 out of 5. Snaps the win. Very well done. Congratulations, CJ. The old red-black scam. They told me they banned this deck. They told me that they banned this deck, but I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. Because, I mean, if it was banned, why would it still be here? If it was banned, why would it be here? That's the real question. And Andrew looking at his fistful of artifact cards. I see an Ornithopter, I see a Thought Monitor, Planes in there. Oh no, that might be a Mirror Enforcer, the old 7-mana 4/4 with Affinity. Here's Right Side Bridge, here's Ornithopter, pass. And now we see if Peter's going to do what every modern player loves. He's going to fetch, go to 12. Or not 12, 19, or 17. Fetch Shock. And he's going to Monkey Pass. One monkey, please. One monkey, please. Oh, and there's old Frogmite. All right, well, that's 4 artifacts so far. He's going to pass it back. Frogmite certainly trades with a Ragavan. I mean, look, Frogmite was 1 mana, Ragavan was 1 mana. It's basically the same. And does Monkey swing? Monkey swing, Monkey go, Monkey swing. Andrew's going to go to 18. You may have a island, Peter. Unfortunately, can't cast islands, so that's no good. Ragavan only steals property, doesn't steal real estate. Ragavan only goes to small claims court. He would never go into... Oh, there's Thoughtseize. So you get a Thought Monitor out of the 2 Thought Monitors. Treasure Vault's an artifact. Peter's counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artifacts total next turn. Peter has to go to 15 life here. And then down to 15. And, well, he's got Treasure Blood Crypt left. Molten Clap certainly looks pretty good here. Unfortunately, the treasure does not trigger Descend because it's not a permanent card. It's be a permanent card. Or a card. Yeah, permanent card. And there's Treasure Vault. And I imagine, oh, here's a free Mem Knight. And boom, there's Thought Monitor. Draw 2. And he's going to draw some cards. There's the Lizard. Oh, there's Thoughtcast. Thoughtcast is a good follow-up. Another 1 mana, draw 2. there's Thoughtcast. And a 1. And a 2. There's Urza Saga. Can't play that, though. Can play both lizards, though, I believe. Attack for 2 with this frog. You know, Affinity is actually kind of like Zoo, huh? They play a lot of, like, weird animal things. I don't know what Animal Thought Monitor is, but there's a lizard. Just going to play 1 lizard. Putting Peter to 13 after that attack. There's Terminate on a lizard. No, Peter says no 4/4s, please. 4/4s are banned, actually. And Ragavan swing, block with the Mem Knight. Yeah. Trade my 0 mana card for your 1 mana card. Raucous Theater, scries 1 for Peter, or surveils 1 actually. It's even better than scry 1, man. Wizards did not have to do the temple cycle of lands dirty. They did them so dirty. Not only did they power creep them with surveil, they also power crept them with land types. Like, was that really called for? Did that really need to happen? I don't think so. Surely not. And there's another monkey. Monkey. There's another Urza Saga. All right, well, Andrew's going to start pumping out constructs. Yeah, get in the air for 2. Put Peter down to 11. And here comes the old Urza's Saga. There's Fable the Mirror Breaker. I mean, because what other card would it be? Yeah, there's his 2 cards. Don't doot. Doot. But it's not really looking good for Peter here. Andrew just has like so much value going on. These contracts are going to be super big. All right, do we see second Urza Saga come down now? Attack for 6. The Lizard and the Thought Monitor coming in hot. Double block on the Lizard. Yeah. Andrew accepts that trade. He's like, yeah, dude. This thing was literally free. And take 2 down to 9. Thought Monitor does have flying. All right, so Darksteel Citadel and nothing. Is that last card not Urza Saga? Maybe I just missaw. Looks like Peter has Sheoldred in hand, but no 4th land. That's not very good. And so yeah, got a Ludway Thoughtseize. I believe we're seeing a Kolaghan's Command. That one's not bad. But with the constructs coming, these constructs are no slouches. Yeah, here comes a giant dude. Peter's like, actually, terminate that thing. Gonna terminate that thing now. Ooh, there's the Simulacrum Synthesizer. And here comes Huge Construct. Now the question is here, is Andrew playing the new Lava Spur boost to this Construct Haste? Because that would be pretty... Oh, and there it is. Yikes. Yeah. Just when Peter thought he was safe of being smacked in the face for 1 million damage, Andrew was like, you know what? They printed it. They actually printed a new card for this. They printed they made a 1 mana Lightning Greaves. Isn't that cool? Like, it's not as good as Lightning Greaves, but it is 1 mana, so I can tutor it up off of my already insane value piece land. Kind of insane, really. So, Andrew takes game 1. All right, so Andrew's got a pretty good hand. I think he's gonna keep. It's got a couple colorless lands, which I mean he can land cycle with the Salamander that's on the edge of his hand there to get a blue source. But Blood Moon does make it hard. Oh, just tapped land pass. Oh, here comes the freeze. Here comes the free artifacts. Darksteel Citadel. Ornithopter. Well, artifact count 2. Fetch and shock. To 9, or no, just fetch. Just fetch. No shock yet. To 19. Thank you, Andrew, for rolling the dice. That is very kind. get the swamp. Dothy Voidwalker, certainly a powerful threat. Hard for Andrew to interact with. Here comes Urza's Saga. Urza's Sega Genesis. Double judge call. Oh, I forget. Alright, we had a little judge call, that's fine. Just some intermediate judging going on. Got to answer some rules questions. So Peter did resolve the Blood Moon. Andrew's sitting on one land, a bunch of affinity creatures. They're just trading blows, it looks like. Just trading blows. Oh, there's Kolaghan's command. Kolaghan's pretty good. Destroy Frogmite. Oh. I guess Star Citadel does lose Indestructible because it turns it into just a mountain. It loses that ability. Very interesting. Yeah, just blow up your land, blow up your threat. Call it a day. That's a pretty slick play by Peter there. Pretty slick play. Alright, Andrew's on the play. He's going to go the old, we've seen this play multiple times where he goes artifact land, free artifact. Draws a card. There's another artifact land. Judgeshell Citadel. Springleaf Drum. Peter's going to fetch. Going to 19. And there's Fatal Push, gonna try to deny Andrew from making some colored mana. It's interesting because given the texture of Andrew's deck and the nature of Affinity, that Fatal Push kind of prevented 2 mana, right? Because Ornithopter counts as 1 for Affinity, and then tapping with Drum also counts as an extra mana, so... There's Aether Spellbomb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artifacts in play. 6, 7, there's Thought Monitor. Peter has another response. Are we going to see the old Orcish Bowman to blow up this Thought Monitor? Orcish Bowman. I believe that's what we're going to see in this future. With double swap, you can also predict that Blood Moon's coming very soon. Yeah, there's the Orcish Bowman. So what's interesting is that Andrew could bounce. Oh. He can use Springleaf Drum. Tap for a blue. Bounce Thought Monitor. I think it may have been better just to bounce the Bowmasters, honestly. And Peter will not get 2 extra counters here because the targets are no longer legal. And Allie's got this one. Allie's got this one. I'm pretty confident that, yeah, because Andrew bounced the Thought Monitor to save it from the triggers, Bowmaster will remain a 1-1. Saves the Bowmasters with the Thought Monitor. Boop. Activate the Spell Bomb. Bounced creature to owner's hand. This goes over here. Allie shall read the card as a good judge does. Figuring out how big is this army, huh? I can tell you it's a 1/1. It's a 1/1 counter. All right, just a 1/1 army. Nice surge foil, by the way. Look at how that looks on camera. That's so nice. And all right, it's back over to Peter now. So he has 2 1/1s in play. 2 1s in play, and a Blood Moon in Andrew's future, most likely. Here comes Blood Crypt to Blood Moon, and then hit Andrew for 2. On tap, sure draw. No, don't draw. Yes, draw. So Andrew does need. All right, so he does have a bunch of artifact lands now. Yeah, let's play this Etched Champion. Protection from all colors past the turn. This is also Andrew's avenue for a blue mana to resolve this Simulacrum Synthesizer. And then maybe he can also play the... Oh, all right. And yeah, they all agree what's got to go with the graveyard. It's certainly got to be the one that makes 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It would make an 8/8 and a 9/9 and a 10/10. Get rid of the 3 mana, make an 8/8. Huh? Seems pretty good. That certainly will not be allowed to stay around. Alright, I believe we'll see a Revoke Existence in Andrew's hand. So he can play this Lizard, and then he can revoke. He can use this Friendly Drum and the Lizard and one of his Treasure Vaults to revoke Existence that Blood Moon. And then he can play Thought Monitor, draw a bunch of cards. But then if he does, the Bowmasters gets to go off. So kind of a sticky situation here. I think he's still going to do it though. Yeah, delete that Blood Moon. I'd like to exile this Blood Moon, thanks. Bye-bye. And then here comes Thought Monitor. I think Andrew's like, you know what? Whatever, you can shoot me, it's fine. I'll draw 2. And then gun down the Thought Monitor. Alright, now we have a 3/3 Bowmaster, or a 3/3 Orc Army. So Bowmaster is very good in this matchup. You know, that was the one thing I didn't really consider when I was evaluating who had the advantage here. I definitely forgot that Andrew draws a lot of cards, but Peter is also a deck that has the 2 mana answer to you drawing a lot of cards. But the old 3/3 protection from everything is certainly very strong. Yeah, here comes Menace Grief. Gets in for 3 damage for free. Can't block that. But Andrew might be able to just like chill for a little bit. Draw something good. Ooh, Metallic Rebuke. That's a good one. The question is, I guess Andrew can pretty freely just cast this Thoughtcast to draw 2. A second Bowmaster! Oh no, Andrew! Oh no! That's so bad. He gets to shoot Andrew for 4 in the face, or he gets to gun down the Lizard. Right, Metallic Rebuke has only got to pay 2, or do you got to pay 3? I guess Andrew could have Metallic Rebuked. He could have. He just missed it. He just forgot that he had mana leak in his. Yeah, he had 1 mana leak in his hand. He just forgot. Could have countered the Bowmasters, then we would have been in a much better spot. Woof. Andrew, my guy. Just accepting the Bowmaster fate, huh? The judge calls, see if Allie gets it before I have to walk over there. Maybe I'll walk over there. Yeah, I'm gonna walk. Allie's got it. I spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. But Andrew's in a bit of just a rock and a hard place here. Andrew's supposed to on 1. Get rid of those Springleaf drums, I guess. And then here comes Grief for 3 damage. Three damage. Unblockable, essentially, because of that menace. Edge Champion, though, holding down the fort against the Orc army. Here's a Frogmite. At least puts Peter's strategy here in check again. So Peter needs to find something else now to push through damage here. Could just swing out. I mean, Andrew's at 10. Can he afford to? Because this Bowmaster is a... It's an 8-8? Ugh. Yeah, he can't really afford a double block Grief. He can chump the... He can chump the army all day, though, with the Etch Champion. So I think Andrew's just really looking for a Grief answer here, and then he can kind of just hide behind Etch Champion the rest of the game. Oh, and there's Magus of the Moon. Turn off Andrew's blue sources again. Yeah, and just swing the team, because Andrew kind of has to chump on the 8-8 and just take 5 here, going to 5, and Urza Saga doesn't do dick all. Yeah, Urza Saga goes straight to the trash, and there is Peter with the W. Peter with the W. Had a rough game 1, came back games 2 and 3 very handily, very nicely done. Storm versus Control, a matchup as old as time. Matchup as old as time. Can Jerome counter the right spell before Jason untaps his Lotus Field a bajillion million times? Mana Leak's not going to do it, but that card is unplayable now. Jerome revealing the old Kahira, which is often a pretty good tell that you're up against Control. Because not a lot of decks can just play Kahira like the way that it was intended. It always feels so cheeky to be like, I'm going to reveal Kahira because all my creature types. Oh no! Jerome lost his Supreme Verdict. Yeah, clean that up. Put that away. Jerome! Supreme Verdict! All right. Ooh, Jerome also has the old rock, paper, scissors. Who goes first combo. Now you have to actually pay attention and see who wins this. Maybe this one. All right. Rock Lobster versus the Paper Tiger. Paper beats rock. Or no, rock beats... Yeah, paper beats rock. Which, I mean, is the loosest definition of that game. How does a rock lose to a piece of paper? It covers it up, so what? What does covering up a rock do? If anything, it makes the rock better. Now it's just like protected. It's got like some paper armor on. Jerome's gonna shuffle it up. Drew, not happy with his first hand, though. He's going to mulligan into 6. Mulligan down to 6. We have a very fluorescent game board here today. We have some colorful fairies with the pink versus what might be magenta-looking sleeves. All right, Jerome is going to 5. That hand is also no good. Good news for Jason, bad news for Jerome, though. Jerome looks pretty happy with this 5. Well, I mean, maybe not that happy. Put his 2 worst cards back in the bottom of the deck there. Sorry, I'm messing around with fonts, and this is not what I should be doing. Focus on the game. So Jerome does the old. What is Leyline Bonding doing over there? Surveilled. He went Thundering Fall, Surveil, put Leyline Bonding into the trash. That's what went down. And we see Jason going Tolarian West into Preordain, a combo player's best friend. And there goes Odawara. And floats from pass. Well, Jerome is feeling pretty good now. End step consider. I mean, surely Jerome doesn't encounter this. Oftentimes when it comes to these combo decks, you kind of have to just like chill for a while. Like, you know, all these like filtering and digging cards, you're just like, yeah, you can just have all those. It's fine. Odd tap. All right, Jason's got the Lotus Field, so he's going to go for it, looks like. Float 2 blue. Lotus Field trigger. Oh, just pass. All right, don't float. Just Lotus trigger, or Lotus Field, blow my lands, pass to you. Here's my 3 mana on a land here. Jerome's going to go probably fetch for another one. Yeah, there's the Meticulous Archive to surveil once again. Put another dead card in the bin. Another dead card in the trash. Gonna keep it. It's funny. I'm seeing. Oh, Narset. Taps out for Narset. That's a really pretty good one, actually. I mean, this might be a spew. This might be okay. I think this is going to kind of depend on if Jerome has Force of Negation. Otherwise, I mean, Jason just has Wish in hand. There's Beseiju. What can he do? He's got a bunch of Twiddles, so he can certainly draw a bunch of... Oh, he's doing the math. We're already doing math here. Figuring out how much mana he's going to make. You can go 3, Twiddle down to 2, then up to 5, then down to 4, then up to 7, and here come the playing cards. Twiddle. Yeah, tap it again. This is a fun interactive piece. Yeah. Put a card away, and then tap for 3 more. Wish. And here comes Underworld Breach. So I don't even know if Jason needs to draw any cards. He's just going to twiddle from the graveyard, I think. Yeah, exile some cards to the Underworld Breach. Pay the cost. Jerome, looks like Jerome does not, in fact, have Force Negation. Feels pretty safe behind his Narset, but I don't know if Narset's doing anything here. Yeah, untap that. Get 3 more mana. What I don't like about the cards is that it's a little bit confusing on to what colors of mana. I'm sure that he's clearly communicating to Jerome how much colors of what he has in his hand. But there's Twiddle again. Untap. And then what, though? Sylvan Scrying? No. Look at Sylvan Scrying. So they do Pact Negation and a mystery card on the left there. It's like the Ring. The Ring doesn't do anything though against Narset. I think Jason needed a. I mean, he can't wish anymore. He's got nothing left, right? Like that's it. What else can you do? Did he have to pack to get another card in the graveyard? Cast the Ring. Ring enters. Play Beseiju? I guess it lets Jason draw 1 card on Jerome's turn at least. And now you've got Sylvan Scrying left, which I guess you can go get something. This turn started out so sweet, and then I feel like Jason kind of like got lost in how to actually win. Yeah, there goes. Oh. Let's go to Sylvan Scrying. So look for a land. Just grab a Misty, sure. Put that in the graveyard, yeah. All right. I mean, that was certainly a turn. I don't know what that really did, though. Don't actually know what happened. I guess Jerome's pretty happy with this outcome. He's like, wow, that was scary. So, I mean, I think Jason needed to find a Grape Shot or a or something there. Yeah, he needed to wish again from the graveyard with the Breach. Here's Teferi. I don't know if bouncing the ring does anything, but bounce the ring he will do. Jason will draw a card. The ring goes back in his hand. Jerome draws a card. Jerome has a ring of his own. Pass. Oh, there's Grape Shot. There's Misty. Like, can you generate the Storm Cap for Grape Shot to do something here? I don't think you can. It's got a land and a One Ring and a Pact Negation and something else. Whack. And here comes Ring again. Yeah, land. Looks like Scalding Tarn, Pact, Grape Shot, pass. Yeah, I guess so. Well, Jerome certainly feels like he has this game in his hand here. He's out of lands though, it looks like. See a Preordain? Lorne Revealed, that counts as a land. That certainly counts as a land in some cultures. Now, go to Materials Archives, get to the Surveil one. Get a Leyline binding. The One Ring. Jason fetches some response. Can't actually respond to anything because thanks to Fairy. Gonna go. Ooh, nice. He gets to Surveil one, and then if he likes it, he can draw. If he doesn't, he can put it in his graveyard. He can draw a different card with his single One Ring activation because it's about to be bound. One Ring, draw a card. It's another land, not very helpful for Jason. Passes it back over. Well, Jerome is certainly in control of the game, given his deck name, given the deck that he's playing. He hasn't actually provided a win condition, though. He's certainly in control of the game, but I don't see a way that he defeats Jason at this point. Is that honest to God Celestial Colonnade? All right, well, I ate my own words there. Perfect timing there. Perfect timing there, Derek, to be like, hey, this guy has no win conditions. And Jerome's like, actually, Colonnade is a win condition. Thank you very much. Celestial Colonnade is a win condition. Thank you. One, two, three. Arcadus Drum? Oh, Cosmic Rebirth. Pick up land, put it into play. Huh. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. He's rampant. Jerome needs a critical amount of lands to be able to attack with Colonnade and still keep up interaction. Because, I mean, the scary part about, this matchup specifically is that Jerome can die at any moment. Just any moment, he can just die immediately. Jason's already looking at his sideboard. If you try to figure out what the plan is for game 2. Because, I mean, it's not looking good. Gets to Surveil. Leaves the card right where it is. Untaps all his beautiful control lands. It's a foil deck. Look at the foil Monoma. Looks great on camera there. It's really shining. Here's the One Ring of Jerome's own. Jerome's like, I would also like to draw some cards. And then draw one card with One Ring. Because Narset says, no cards for thee, but cards for me. Because that's fair. That's fair. Remember when they paired a bunch of planeswalkers that were asymmetrical with weird prison effects on them? That seemed good. Jason finishes up some more lands, thins the deck out, waiting for his time to strike, but I don't think that time is ever going to come. I mean, I think this time has to be next turn. Jerome has 2 cards in hand. He's only going to end up having more. And I mean, there's going to be a point where Jerome's just going to have a critical amount of counter spells, and Jason can't do diddly squat. And it's all going to start with a preordain. He gets to scry too, but no draw card, as Jerome mentions off of the Narset. Saving Jason from a judge call. And land for turn. There's an island. Well, you have Wish, Pact, and Grape Shot, huh? Wish. Jerome probably counters that. I can see Jerome countering that. But it could be that age-old rule of like, do you counter the tutor or do you counter the spell that they tutor for? Yeah, I think in the realm of Wish, I think countering that spell is probably pretty good. Oh, Joe's gonna draw some cards first. 1, 2. Counterspell. I said no. Yeah, he's been nominated to untap the One Ring, do some cards. Alright, here comes Grape Shot. Deal 3 damage to Narset. Resolves. There's Flooded Strand, but I mean, it's going to be really hard to keep up with Manama One Ring. Oh, here comes the... Oh, not that one. Yeah, there you go. Here comes the Celestial Colonnade. Sorry, as much as I'd love to bash it with a Flooded Strand, that's not how that card works, unless you're playing Cryptic Coat. But, yeah, there's old Colonnade. It's great down take on Zilch. Draw another card. Alright, Drum's got another counterspell, looks like. And a solid dude. Draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Jerome cannot have enough of these cards. Colonnade goes back down there. I think it was pretty clever of Wizards to give Colonnade Vigilance. It's a very, even though it's like a white keyword, it having it on a blue land feels very blue, Can you let the One Ring resolve? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Bye-bye. No. Yeah, and force the pass back. All right, so Jerome is firmly in this game now. Firmly in the lead. He was in the lead for a while, but, when your control opponent starts smashing with Colonnade, I think you're in trouble. Bashed for 4. I don't even know what a Colonnade is. But this one sure is Celestial. Top decking. Look, if you're top decking against control. Oh, here's Breach. Jerome might just have the wrong answers in hand. Breach is very good here. Does he have an answer? He's going to draw 4 cards with the ring. He can draw another 5 cards after this, too. Double Subtlety, Lord Revealed, Land, those do not interact with Underworld Breach at all. I think you got a Manamo here now. Surely you just Manamo, untap the ring, tap it again. Jerome trying to evaluate exactly how screwed he is if this Underworld Breach is allowed to resolve. Fetch, down to 14. Get a Plains. One, two, three, 4. Oh, we can go grab Narset with this Cosmic Rebirth. That's pretty sweet. Cosmic Rebirth, pick up Narset, put it in play. Stop you from drawing cards this turn. I don't know if that's good enough, though, honestly. It's a pretty slick play, but I think if Jason has the amount of cards needed in his graveyard, he can wish for something pretty good here. Storm count 3. Should only be Storm count 2, right? Because the only cards cast this turn have been Breach and Rebirth. Does Breach resolve? Jason is like, please don't have a counterspell. What are the odds? And Jerome's throwing out a bunch of Solitudes and a bunch of Subtleties, and none of those counter on a World Breach. He's gonna check that graveyard again. He's like, I got anything in here? You already paid 3 mana to get this Narset out. I think you should have at least Manamoed the ring, juice some more cards, and then see what you want to do after you, and then maybe then you cause a rebirth, and that's a resolution right there. All right, here comes Breach. Oh baby, we breaching. We're gonna untap this Lotus Field. Yeah, yeah, make sure you exile some cards out of your graveyard there, friend. Lots of mana left. Alright, I want to see a really choice wish here. Gonna cast... There's Wish. There's Wish. So now I think all that Jason needs off of this Wish is Tome Scour, and then I think that's GG. So he just gets to cycle Tome Scour and Twiddle. Oh. Two mana for what? Untap the ring? Alright, so Wish for Tome Scour. Alright, draw 5 off the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm looking for Force Negation now. Force Negation or Bust. Reprieve's in there, but that's certainly not Force Negation. Looks like Wish resolves. And let's see the Tome Scour. There it is. And I believe that's GG. Miraculously enough, I cannot believe Jason pulled this out. Yeah, because that mills 5 every time. So now he can alternate Dream's Grip and Tome Scour. See, if Jerome had not picked up the nerf set, he at least would have been able to reprieve, which might have messed up Jason's mana just enough to. I mean, he can also just cycle those two and then just like Grape Shot Jerome. He needs a Storm Count of 17 though, which is certainly a lot. I mean, else he can. I guess he can just get to Storm Count 9 and then just double Grape Shot. But he does have to cycle these two Dreams Grips, or this Dreams Grip and this Tome Scour to 1, fuel the graveyard, and 2, fuel his mana. Two, 3, 4, 5. But Tome Scour gives him plus 2 cards to graveyard every time. You know, because it pays for itself with the 3 for the escape off of Breach, and then 2 more, and then then you get 2 freebies. So, and you can effectively Tome Scour twice per Lotus Field activation. So he goes up to 4, and then Dream's Grip takes you down 3. So you're still betting. So for every Lotus Field, you get 3 mana. You get to Tome Scour twice, which puts 10 cards in your graveyard, and you have to get rid of 6. It leaves you with 4 left, with 4 new cards in your yard. And then with your last mana off your Lotus Field, you get to Dream's Grip, untap Lotus Field. Exile 3 more cards out of the 4 you got, and then you get 1. So you get plus 1 card per Scour. Alright, and then here's Grape Shot. A billion times to the face. But if Jason gets a little bit too greedy here, I mean, Jerome can do some weird Solitude things. He has lots of cards in hand. He can, like, evoke a Subtlety and then Solitude to gain 3 life. So Jason throwing 12 damage at Jerome. Jason. 12 down to 2. And Jason's like, I'd like to grape shot you again. Or no, he's going to untap his Lotus Field first. Although I don't know if you can solitude enough things to fight through these grape shots. Alright, I guess here comes second grape shot. I still want Jerome to go for it, just like evoke some subtleties and then exile them with solitude. But he's got to be like at least like 6 life to not die to the ring on his own turn. So damn, Jason, that was expertly done. I cannot believe. I feel like that was definitely a victory yanked from the jaws of defeat there. Looks like Jerome's happy with his hand, but Jason is going down. Now it's Jason's turn to mulligan a bunch. Five, 6, 7. Defense grid, a sideboard card. That's pretty sweet. I'm a big fan of the old defense grid. Puts the ring back, puts Dream Script back. So he had a mulligan to 5, I guess. And the rest of his hand is golden. But with Jerome on the play, and with a full grip, it's going to be an uphill battle. Yeah, reset those life totals. Thanks, Jason. Thanks, buddy. Jerome just goes tap, try, and pass. Jason's going to go tap, Starry West pass. Jerome goes tap, land, fetch. He goes Flooded Strand, fetch. Fetch for what, Jerome? Will he shock it in? Will he get an island? He's going to shock in a Hollowed Fountain. Fetch shock down to 17. And 1, 2 for Damping Sphere. Rest in peace. Here's Rest in peace. Jerome says, I'd like to delete all graveyards. Thank you. Passes it back over to Jason. So, Underworld Breach. Speaking of Underworld Breach, not the best draw after your opponent just slammed Rest in Peace into play. Yeah, alright. Jason's like, nice sideboard card. Here's mine. Here's my sideboard card. It's called Defense Grid. Defense Grid's the old, it's an interesting card because it makes spells cost an extra 3 mana on your opponent's turn. Spells you cast. If it's not, yeah, basically if a spell's cast, it's not, and it's not that player's turn. The spell costs an extra 3, which is a lot of mana to be paying. Bump, bump. Here's an island. Jerome goes to Fairy. To Fairy. Is he just gonna bounce Defense Grid that one? Yeah, put that back in your hand. Draw a new card. Put that back in your hand, I swear to God. Two mana Defense Grid. It was so good the first time. Let's just do it again. I think Jason's looking at a land here. Gonna leave it on top. Pass it back over to Jerome. Plays another Flood Strand. Passes it back over to Jerome. Gonna fetch. Play the ring. So Jerome needs either Pitched Force, Defense Grid. Defense Grid, Jerome. Yeah, put that back. Jason's like, Remember this card? Remember this little 2-mana artifact over here, huh? Remember this? Remember this move? Well, Drum's gonna go fetch a land because can't do anything else. Could not counter that ring. Did not have an extra 3 mana to play a really bad cancel. Is there a card that's 5 mana and just says counter target spell? No other effects? 'Cause that's basically what counter spell was. It was just 5 mana counter target spell, and Drum only had 3. Well, now counter spell's online. Tick up Teferi. Now lose 1 from the old ring. Draw. One, two, three. What is this? A wish? Are we wishing already? I could really use a wish right now. Wish right now. Wish right now. If airplanes in the night sky were like shooting stars, would you counter wish? Yeah, draw a couple cards. Transmute Teleria West. I guess this goes fine. This goes to find Lotus Field. This should go pick up Lotus Field here. Yeah, there it is. The namesake card of the deck. Also, can I say that I am a big fan that Storm decks have kind of evolved into this Twiddle Storm variant? Traumatic Visions without cycling. Thank you, Charger fan. There is, in fact, a 5 mana counter target spell. It at least has cycling. Jerome does not have cycling on his counter spell. Here comes Lotus Field. Jason's under those 2 lands. Yeah, put him in the trash. Put him in the trash. Traumatic Vision. Passes it back to Jerome. Yeah, it does with that land. Jerome's done with lands. Now, do you think Jerome is a Damping Sphere enjoyer? Doesn't look like it. The hand looks kind of ass, honestly. There's a Solitude in there. Bounce Defense Grid. Yeah, draw a card up to drink. Teferi gone. Jason's instant speed interaction back online. Shock in this Hallowed Fountain. Your life total is irrelevant, Jerome. Life total does not matter at all. Oh. Jason shocked the wrong person. He shocked himself. Oh, damn. Hallowed Fountain got a buff, huh? You know, this land enters tapped unless you shock your opponent for 2. Yeah, oh, there we go. Okay. all right. They got it. They fixed it. Bonk. Jerome's like, fine, I'm going to play a 1-ring too. What's nice is that I don't know how many of Jason's win cons gets through protection for everything, because if he goes for the mill plan with Tome Scour, that targets a player, I believe. So can't target Jerome because it's protection. Grapeshot also targets Jerome as protection. Echoing Truth, very funny here. It bounces both rings. That's a lot of cards, Jason. That is a lot of cards there. Well, the world's your oyster. This rest in peace, though, still piecing. Here's Defense Grid again. Defense Grid, float a mana off the Lotus Field. Storm count 1. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, defend the Lotus. Oh, there we go. 5 mana, counter defense grid. Or sorry, no, 2 mana to counter defense grid. Oh, there's Twiddle, I believe. I don't know if it's exactly Twiddle. Oh, here's another one. Jason's like, okay, fine. Here's second defense grid. How do you like this? How do you like them now? All right, here comes Hidden Strings, Untap Lowe's Field, and the One Ring. Very strong. Strong count of 5. Yeah, just updating their strong count. Draw 4 cards. Doot. So I think Jason's looking for an answer. I mean, he's got the bounce spell. He can put recipes back in hand. Of course, all the spells that are all the cards currently in Jason's graveyard are effectively exiled. Yeah, let's draw 5 more cards off of the One Ring. This is certainly one way to pop off. Up to 6. Storm count 6. Plays land for turn. Fetch. Jerome still protection for everything. Now, is there a weird scenario where Jason goes cast Grape Shot? Is he forced to hit himself because he's the only legal target? Or can he be like, actually, I'm not going to cast this? I don't actually know how the judge ruling works on that front, where you cast this and you want to charge something, and it's like, actually you can't, and the only other legal target is like a bad thing. Since you've already declared that you cast it, can you be like, oh, well, I guess I just shoot myself in the face for like 50 or whatever. And twiddle that ring again. Draw 6 cards. 6. Saw a couple of wishes in there. All right, do it again. Draw another 7 cards. Holy moly! Here's Dream's Grip. Draw. All right. Did Jason side in Thoracle, the old fastest Oracle, which is, I mean, kind of sketchy because you don't want to draw too many cards. All right, gonna go draw another 8 cards. Jason's staring at maybe his entire deck list in his hand. Just gonna show Jerome a bunch of cards. Yeah, untap those, make a bunch of mana, draw another 9 cards. I think Jason might have forgotten that Jerome is just put that ring on his finger and... Wait, does he draw exactly the rest of his deck? Wish Thassa's Oracle, win the game. No frickin' way. Damn, Jason, you absolute madman. He had exactly the right amount of cards in his deck to draw with the ring to get down into the Thassa's Oracle kill. That is wild. Because, I mean, if it wasn't Xaxes, that would have been it. Wish for Oracle, yeah. But getting his library down to exactly 0 cards is kind of insane. Well done, Jason. That was excellently piloted. I hope I won't face you in a future game ever. This is going to be a pretty interesting matchup because I think neither side has a lot of very meaningful interaction for the other. Oh, here comes Land Ornithopter. Oh, actually, it's Andrew going first. I didn't see what his other dice rolls. Must have been close. Must have been higher than whatever Geoff rolled, right? Well, that was Aether Vial. Kind of Soul's name Merfolk. Aether Vial. Here's Darksteel Citadel into Springleaf Drum. Well, that's attack. Yeah, Andrew, send a message. Hit him for 0 in the air. That's right. Ornithopter attack. Pass. Busted. Sometimes you just gotta send a message, you know? You really just gotta send it. Standard. Well, you know what? Affinity is back, and it's better than ever. Thanks to Chunder Junction. Old Outlaws of Thunder Junction introduced Simulacrum Synthesizer, which is a 3-man artifact that when it enters you scry 2, and then whenever you cast an artifact with mana value 4 or greater, you make a construct with it that has a power toughness equal to the number of artifacts you control. So it's certainly a scary card. Oh, there's Trickster. Just gonna tap that down. Follow 2. I'll tell you what Ornithopter for 0 should make you the Monarch. I agree. Just add some text. Look, if Ornithopter is unblocked, you become the Monarch. That's modern power level, right? Josh is going to draw, play Mutavault, and pass back with his Vial on 2. Andrew counting up the artifacts. Here comes the big one. This Sphinx has Cascade. It has Cascade on it. Free Lava Spur Boots. Tashana's Tidebinder on what exactly? So Geoff may have missed the trigger. He can't counter this, has to counter the Cascade trigger specifically. Letting Cascade resolve and then flashing a Tidebinder doesn't do diddly squat. Also can't counter Spring Leaf Storm either. Yeah, equip the boots and swing for a bunch of damage in the air. That puts Geoff down to a crispy 14 life, represented by our giant D20s on the bottom. Now here comes the Merfolk Lord. Andrew, being a blue deck, doesn't have any islands in play, this matchup, very relevant. Oh, but Geoff does have Spreading Seas. So can at least put Andrew down to a single white pip on his lands. Not the biggest hit, but at least makes all creatures unblockable. Oh, no, it's going to hit the Darksteel Citadel. That's also fine. So what's interesting here is that Darksteel Citadel is an artifact island land. So that's another Aether Vial. Unfortunately, Geoff has placed his Aether Vial in the only spot that has glare on the entire table. But I assure you that's an Aether Vial. Force a pass back to Andrew. Andrew looks in a pretty commanding spot here, but I mean, Merfolk can swing for a lot of damage very quickly, especially when it's unblockable. Comes another, I believe the Sphinx is a 4/4, becomes a 5. Tidebinder can in fact counter Cascade. Cascade is a triggered ability by casting a spell that has Cascade on it. Yeah, Lava Spur Boots does give an extra 1 power on your creature, as well as haste and ward 1. But yeah, Cascade is in fact a counter, but Geoff missed. He has to counter the Cascade, not the cascaded, or not the spell that you cascade into. But with another Lord in play and a bunch of islands, and a bunch of unblockable threats, I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 unblockable damage for Geoff here. Well, there's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 unblockable damage for Geoff. Also makes Andrew's interaction kind of awkward. Boosts up the Mutavault for an extra 5 unblockable damage. Andrew is sitting on a couple of Ornithopters, reveals his hand being 3 lands. Gonna pass that as he's back over, and game 1 goes to Geoff. Yeah, the man certainly likes his Merfolk with the Sig playmat. Drawing their 7s. Ooh, that looks like a pretty bad hand for Geoff. Andrew's hand looks maybe a little land light. Yeah, Totem. I don't think Totem seems good against Andrew's Affinity deck specifically because he's not really playing Hotness scales. He's not on like the Ravager build. He's on like more traditional, like actual factual Affinity, not like hardened scales. All right, well they've settled their hands, and here comes Riverside Bridge. Andrew is explaining something. He's moving his hand up and down a lot. Here comes Mutavault, colorless land, pass bad. No turn one play. There's Springleaf Drum and pass. Yeah, so Andrew did in fact keep a pretty land-light hand, which I mean sometimes Affinity can do because your land's kind of tapped for double. Here comes the island, and I believe that is the new enchantment from Caverns of Ixalan, where whenever a creature he controls becomes tapped, he gets a 1/1 Merfolk with hexproof. I don't know if it's specifically a Merfolk, but it's at least a creature. It's at least a creature. Right, so Glimmer Void taps for any color as long as and as long as Andrew has an artifact, it gets to stay in play. So he goes with the old. So we're going to try another frog. It's been a pretty good night. I feel like the den generally has a pretty wide variety of decks, and I feel like especially now maybe people are getting a little bit spicy with their deck choices because I mean Modern Horizons 3 is just around the corner, and this might just be the MH3 waiting room. So I'm just going to play these old weird decks before everything rotates. So we saw Geoff do a cool trick here where he animated Mutavault and then used it for mana to cast his Spreading Seas so that he get a Merfolk. This is a scary card for Andrew, though. Well, Andrew may have scryed a little too soon there. Because Geoff certainly is pulling Force of Negation. Frogmite. Yeah, dude, Frogmite's back. Yeah, here comes Force. He's like, no. That's not going to happen. Alright. I'm just going to shuffle his deck to correct the scry issue, which is a pretty clean fix there. That's any other deck manipulation for Andrew. So he looks at some cards. We gotta shovel it back. Frogmite is back in Pog form. Yeah, dude. We needed a Pogmite emote. That'd be sweet. a Frogmite Pogmite, dude. A Frogmite Pog. We can call the emote Pogmite. And then he's gonna smack Geoff for 2. So what Geoff countered there, which is pretty wise, is 3 mana, enters, and he gets to scry 2. And then whenever he casts an artifact with mana value 4 or greater, he gets an Urza Construct. And guess what? Guess what CMC Frogmite is? It's certainly 4. Guess what CMC Thought Monitor is? It's like 7 or 6. Guess what CMC Mirror Enforcer is? It's 7. So there's a lot of cards in Andrew's deck that will quickly make that artifact run out of control and start spewing out the largest constructs you've ever seen. All right, again, Geoff did that trick where he animated Mutavault to cast a kicked. Yeah, to cast a kicked Tide Shaper to turn Andrew's land into a island, which got him a free Merfolk. It's a pretty cool trick, actually. I like this whole animate Mutavault and then use it for mana to get your free Merfolk off of your enchantment. Here's Ornithopter. And then 1, 2, 3 for the old Thought Monitor. Draw 2. And there's another Thought Monitor you can do. Yeah, It's over. It's over 4, huh? Yeah, draw some more cards. Playing with the Razortide Bridge. Gonna play a Salamander? Play a 7-mana 4/4? Salamander? Springleaf Drum. Even modern players play Affinity. Look, see, look, Ornithopter, Frogway, Springleaf Drum, Razortide Bridge,
Just like Pauper.
just like Pauper.
You guys should play Pauper.
Yeah, you should just play Pauper at this
Just
point.
play Pauper, save money,
Yeah,
especially you viewers. Play Pauper.
yeah. This stream sponsored by Pauper. See you, Darius. Yeah, Saga does get deleted by the Tidebinder. The rules aren't actually that complicated. I mean, I understand them, but I can see how maybe other people don't. But it is a bit of a domino effect of why it dies. It's like, it becoming an island does this, which does this, which does this, which kills it. It's a bit of a weird, it's like a chain reaction almost. But very cool tech. Modern Affinity has access to Thought Monitor, which is the old 1-mana 2/2 flyer, draw 2. There's another Simulacrum Synthesizer. Oh, those are definitely cards you want to keep on top there, Andrew. Those are some strong cards. Yes, they have the Thought Monitor Trust here. They also have access to Thought Cast, which is also 1 mana, draw 2. Assuming they have their Affinity online, which is literally all the deck is trying to do. So they basically have 8 draw 2s. So some people might call this like 8 cast in some circles, because you have 8 like Thought Cast effects. Alright, looks like Geoff has scooped it up. Or wait, was it Andrew that scooped it up? Andrew is at 12. I mean, he had Geoff had a Lord of Atlantis, and I believe one of his lands were, yeah, that's it. We're done. Geoff gets there with the army of little merfolks, with the Island Walk, and the buffed Lord. Andrew couldn't find the 4 dispatches that he sided in. Yeah, so Geoff certainly overboarded a little bit, but he never saw these chalices, I don't think, so it didn't bite him. So, yeah, thanks again for watching. I am Derek, also known as Offbeat Hero on the internet. And I will see you this same time next week. Hi, chat. Everyone say hi to Andrew. Woo! Very nice, very good. We're breaking the 4th wall here, it feels like. Oh man, alright. Have a good night, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.